Here is the review of the Transformers Authentics Arcee. And joining me in this review is my dad here.
Hey, hello y'all. Good to see y'all again. Good to hear from y'all. So Colton, this is the RC from the Authentic line?
Yes.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know what the Transformers Authentic line is, well, from what I know about it is they're like a line that makes some Transformers figures that you can buy at like a...
So these are more simplified Transformers. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, so these are more simplified Transformers compared to what you would get at a bigger retail store, that you could get these at a smaller retail store. So
yes,
there's just a bunch of different lines, and this is Transformers Authentic line RC, right?
Yes. And I will have to say, before we get into the review of RC here, I'm not really a big fan of this line of Transformers.
I think that this was something we just picked up. We was just out and we picked it up, so I got to looking at it and I was like, wait, we do have scale models that we can replicate this off of, so we can get some type of scale model. So this right here is a smaller version of RC.
From the G1 cartoon.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Kinda, sorta.
Kinda.
But taking a look at the vehicle mode itself, that there's not a whole lot to it. It's just casted in pink and with some black, a little bit of white, and a little bit of blue paint on the cockpit here.
And a whole lot of pink. Yep.
And she does come with her little gun here that you can store on the top because it does remove.
Ooh, that's a lot of force. There we go.
And it is on there really good. So you had to kind of wiggle it to get it out. And the gun itself has some really nice coal molded in detail, but there's not a whole lot to it.
At least it's not hollow on one side.
Yes.
It's pretty much all the way through on both sides, so that's good.
And as you can see, one problem that I have with her vehicle mode is it doesn't really like to stay together all that well. Like the front part of the vehicle mode, and especially the back side here. Well, the back side of the vehicle mode holds a little more better than the front of the vehicle mode.
Okay. Alright.
And I'll get to why this doesn't hold together when we get to the transformation. And on the bottom, you've basically got like a visible everything, like every robot mode syndrome.
Yeah, you can basically see exactly her. Yep. Just stand the car up and there she is. Well.
But she does have some really nice wheels here. And as you can see, they're just on the clip-on wheels instead of those pinned screws, which I would much rather prefer than just the clip-on wheels here. But she does roll really well. Well, kinda, sorta. Yeah. You just have to make sure that everything is lined up correctly. So that way she could roll a lot better. And the front part is coming untapped again.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's about it for the vehicle mode here. Oh, and here's the front of the car here, and the back side of the car here. And this side does not want to tap in. And she does have some front headlights here and the back tail lights here, but like you could see, they're not picked out in paint, especially the front here. And the top view looks really good. And even the side views here do look good.
So that is RC and the vehicle mode.
And overall, the vehicle mode looks really good, but the problems I have with it is it doesn't like to stay together all that well. And also, I do still think this is a great vehicle mode, but I will also say it's not the best vehicle mode. It's just like okay.
Yeah, I think that they do have a couple interpretations of RC so far. Now, if you remember back in G1 Transformers, there was never an RC. There was never an RC. So it's good to see that they have the female Autobots and Decepticons in today's time. And you have multiple RCs now that have pretty much, she's always looked like that. I don't think she's ever not looked like that. Do you know, Colton? I think she's always been this type of car. I've never seen her in any other form. Oh, wait. The Michael Bay motorcycles. Yes. I have seen her in a different mode, but it's motorcycle.
Yes.
Yep.
So I think it's now time to transform her. So to transform her, for the front, you just want to separate it, and you also do want to separate them from these tabs and these holes here. And once these are untabbed, you just want to bring these down. And you also do want to take these and kind of slide them out. So that way you can take these and bring these around so that this groove can sit into these bars here. And you too want to rotate these around so they're facing like this, where her robot mode body what was underneath the vehicle mode. Now for the sides, you want to take these and untap these and flip these around, and these just tab into these tabs and these holes here on the bottom. And on the back, you just want to separate these and bring these out. Then take the back part of the car and untap it from these two tabs and bring it all the way back until it snaps into place. Bring these up, and inside here you want to bring out her little elbows, and you want to rotate them so they're like this. Then rotate his arms down, and that's how you get her arms transformed. And you're done.
That's a pretty simplified transformation. Pretty simple. Not too complicated. It's very simple. But from this toy line, I imagine all the Transformers from this one toy line is going to be simple. The Transformer Authentic version, I'm pretty sure all simplistic in transformation.
They basically are. And the robot mode is, to me, it's okay. It's not the best Arcee robot mode. It's just okay, but it's also not great either.
But it's not the worst. I mean, I think the worst one that I've seen, and y'all can agree with me or y'all may not, it don't matter to me. Y'all put in what y'all think in the comments below. This Arcee looks better than the Michael Bay Arcee. That's my opinion. I don't know how the rest of y'all feel about it.
Yes, I do also agree with my dad. But this version of Arcee from the Authentics line is okay, but it's not the greatest Arcee.
Yes, there's been other ones out there that's a lot better than this, but this is a little toy line that is another spin-off of Transformers, the Authentic toy line. But she does come with the gun. That's pretty cool.
Yes. But before we show her off with her gun, let's take a closer look at what her robot mode is.
And like I said, the head sculpt's not bad. The head sculpt's not bad.
I also don't think it's that bad. But I still do also think it's an okay head sculpt. Because I think they could have done a little bit better with it. But it's not a bad head sculpt. Not a great head sculpt either. But just okay.
Okay. So, what all articulation does she have? Her arms are thin.
Yes.
Really thin.
Her arms are also really thin.
You'll want to be careful later on. They it looks like they could break if you don't, if you put them underneath too much pressure. That's for sure. They're really small.
And if you look on the inside of her arms, she is all hollowed out.
She has visual syndrome, ball joint, and hollow syndrome.
Yes.
How about that?
And she does have a lot more white on her to help break up a lot of this pink. And she does have some nice black painted in details here. And a nice Autobot symbol here. And coming down to her legs. Now, for the front part of her legs, for the front, they don't look too bad. But when you turn it around, it gets really hollowed out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see.
And she doesn't have any heel support. Well, the only heel support that she has to help her balance is from these things here.
The side covers.
The side wheels.
The side covers and stuff. That's what helps her balance.
And here's her side view here. And the back here. And the other side here. And to show y'all how she stands up. And the way you have to stand her up is you have to kind of have to let her hunch forward a little bit. Because if she's like straight, she'll fall down.
She's got that backpack. That backpack's kind of making her back heavy.
Yes, but also she doesn't have enough heel support.
Right. I agree.
So you have to kind of hunch her forward a little bit. So her robot mode is okay, but it's also not the best robot mode. But for her articulation, her head is on a ball joint, and she does have like a little bit of an up and down movement. Like she can't look up at all, but she can look down just a tiny bit. Ball joint at the shoulders, and she does have that like transformation joint there if you can use it if you want to. Elbows have a ball joint here and also a hinge joint here. Ball joint at the legs, and her knees do bend because they are on a ball joint, but the way they bend is they don't bend like you would with a normal knee, because if you try to bend them normally, she only has a little bit of a bend. But if you want to get her a full bend, you will have to kind of twist her knees around, so that way you could kind of get her the full bend. Which I'm not a big fan of that kind of knee joint. And that's it. And she can hold her gun in her hands here. Although the only problem, if you have her holding it in her hands, it only... Well, she only holds her gun in her hands sideways just a little bit instead of straight. Like you can see here. And that's about it for her in robot mode.
Nothing really overcomplicated, or these are very simple designs to transform from one mode to the other.
And for a quick size comparison, here she is next to the Mastermind Creations Arcee, which is based on her IDW appearance. And Mastermind Creations did also make a G1 Arcee figure, which is exactly like what she does in the cartoon, and also in the 86 movie. But this Arcee here that I got is from the IDW comics.
Yeah, so don't get them confused. This one here, she's from the IDW, and then you have the other one that's from the 1986 movie. And then you have this one here that's from the Authentic line of Transformers. So, like I said, this was just something we picked up while we was out. And he said, sure, why not? Even the little robots gotta have love too. Even the little Transformers have to have their little time in the spotlight. No matter how small they are. Or they can be. Or they can make them. Okay, that's it.
So, final thoughts. Her vehicle mode does look great, but I also think it's okay. Not great, just okay. And also not bad either. But a problem I have with it is her vehicle mode does not like to stay together that well. And her robot mode is, again, okay, but it's also not great. Like, it's not the best robot mode I've ever seen. And I also don't like her like weird knee bend that you had to do, because like you saw, if you want to bend her knee normally, that's as far as you're gonna get. But if you want to get her the full bend at the knee, you will have to twist these and bend them to get the proper knee bend. Which I don't like that kind of knee design. And also, I wish that they would do something to like have her hold her gun straight instead of at a angle a little bit. So overall, this version of Arcee from the Transformers Authentic line is okay to me.
Yeah, I'd say it's about, it's somewhere in the middle. I say 5. A 5. Yeah. I'll give it a 5. It's not bad, it's not good, it's somewhere in the middle. I say 5.
So I think that is about it. So there you have the Transformers Authentics Arcee. And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.